So guys, I just want to show you how close I am to the viewpoint. So this is my hotel right here. And there it is. There's the castle right there. 2023, I managed to take off another one of my drone photography bucket list right here in France. Was coming here worth it? Is this really the dream place I thought it was going to be? Hello everyone, I am Lewis. You are watching Lost in Travel, and I at a real life Disney castle right now. As I lay on my pillow last night, and I met an angel in Wonderland. Previously on Lost in Travel. The last time you saw me, I had left my British home and hit European turf, beginning with Paris. In the City of Light, I indulged in mouth-watering French cuisine, strode past iconic landmarks and even climbed to the top of one. Plus, I experienced why this is one of the most romantic and charming destinations in the entire world, before doing a half-day visit to the Palace of Versailles and being amazed at the royal gardens and architecture on display. Today, I leave a piece of my heart in Paris as I continue on this merry adventure to my next location. This time we say goodbye to the French capital's cobble streets and city lights, and dive headfirst into the picturesque landscapes of the Normandy region. Get ready for a magical journey as we spend a night at the enchanting Mont Saint Michel. And this is only part 3. But this whole trip I feel like I'm just ticking off bucket list after bucket list thing. Soaking in its rich history and breathtaking views, and maybe even living out a Disney fairy tale or two. And I've now been dropped off in the French countryside, just in the middle of nowhere, and I guess ready to find the dream castle. Alright guys, while I'm walking I should probably tell you the mishaps I've had on trying to get out here today. So, this is actually my first time leaving with the Interrail pass. I had my ticket to Rennes in the morning. I didn't get a seat reservation, as most trains you do in France, unfortunately. So I actually missed that train by just a few minutes, just because I couldn't find the platform. I probably should have left a little bit earlier. Also, the metro connections just didn't run on time. I think Google Maps tries to tell you that you could, when you've got a connection on a metro, you can just literally jump straight onto the connection, whereas that's not the case. You've got like to go under you've got to go down the stairs, up the stairs, around the corner, and then you can finally find it. So I actually missed that train, which was annoying. I was getting very worried, very panicky, but I finally managed to make it out here. What I done was I managed to move my train onto the next train to Rennes. Unfortunately I had to pay a new seat reservation, but you know, that was my loss. And then there's actually only 2 trains from Rennes a day that come out to Mont Saint Michel, so I couldn't jump on that one, which was the plan. So I ended up getting a bus instead, and I was going to say the bus, it was so scenic. I didn't realise how much the French countryside here on the Normandy region, on the west coast of France, looks like Britain. It's so lush, it's so green, and even the architecture, some of the buildings all looked like I was back in the UK. Like it looked like I just opened my eyes and I'm back in England. That's the gist of it. Get a bus if you want a more scenic route, but there's also trains that run twice a day if you can make it. So peeps, welcome on here to my crib for the night. This is where I am going to be staying. I have booked a lovely hotel room for one night only, just so I can wake up for sunrise and see Mont Saint Michel in all of his glory. But anyways guys, welcome on here to a brand new video. I hope that you guys are excited to see the castle as much as I am. I already got a glimpse of it on my way over here. And by the way guys, when on my way over here, something mental happened. So I was just walking with my suitcase. It was actually not like a pavement or anything, so I was just walking up the side of the road with my suitcase in the same direction as the car's approaching me. And then this car just stopped on the other side of the road, and she was just like that, like. And then I was like, oh, alright then. So I walked over, and she was talking in French, so I was like, oh, sorry, I don't understand. And then she just got out, put my suitcase in her boot, and then off I went. I was in her car for about 2 minutes, and she took me to the hotel. So big thank you to her. I've never hitchhiked in my life, so I guess that's a first for me. But thank you for being such a genuinely caring person, whoever you were. And if you find this, then I can't wait to see Mont Saint Michel, and you've probably made it 10 times faster for me, because I would have had that lovely walk
and maybe go run over by a car or two. But anyways, guys, I actually want to really get my shoes on right now. I really want to go out there before it starts chucking it down again. So guys, I stepped outside of my room and all I got a whiff of was a lovely fresh bit of manure, and it really made me question, was coming here worth it? Is this really the dream place I thought it was going to be? And then I literally turned the corner, crossed the road, and this was my view, and I've realised I am exactly where I want to be right now. So, Scottish and all, I come across sheep all the time. Literally all the time. You get them everywhere. I don't think I've seen as many sheep as I'm looking at right now, ever. If I was going to count these sheep, I wouldn't just be asleep tonight, I'd be asleep the entire month. There's that many sheep out here right now.
My eyes, I'm staring at the ceiling. For a while, now my heart's got this feeling. My eyes, there must be more for seeing.
So guys, I just had to call my mum there and just let her know how much I'm in love with this castle. I just want to like, make her a bit jealous and just show her that I'm having a phenomenal time out here. But I really need to get a move on. It is already quite late and I want to get over and see the castle. But I want to let you know first of all that this castle, it isn't just a Disney castle to me. It literally is a Disney castle. Like Tangle's. I'm going to say Tangle's castle, but it's not the big long one. Where she's from, that place, Corona, I believe it's called. That place is actually inspired from Mont Saint Michel. I was pronouncing it wrong all this time. Mont Saint Michel is what inspired that setting, and Tangle is my favourite Disney movie. So ever since then, and I found out that this is what it's based on, I have been obsessed with this place. And this is only part 3. But this whole trip, I feel like I'm just ticking off bucket list after bucket list things, and this is for me one of my most anticipated castles that I've ever wanted to photograph. Obviously, there are a few things that you'd have to watch out with visiting Mont Saint Michel though, and one of them is the tide. The tide of Mont Saint Michel comes in, and I've heard, at quite extreme measures. So definitely take a look at the tide times before you come here, guys. I already know that I think it's going to be in by the time I come out at sunrise tomorrow. You just gotta watch your step. There's a lot of just flooded areas around here, especially the one I'm coming up to right now. So you just got to really watch yourself with that. You don't want to end up. I watched a video on YouTube before I came out here of people getting stranded at the beach because of how quickly the tide came in. You do not want to be that person. You just don't. Especially on the Normandy coast, I think that the weather here can be quite wild compared to the rest of France. So you've just got to be cautious on that regard. And then also just watch your step. There's lots of sheep done everywhere, and the same again because of the water coming out here. It's quite a dry day and all, but you just don't want to end up in marsh or mud, and then that's kind of plan over, right? But still, if you're cautious on all of that, this is definitely your dream location. I'm just looking out at it right here. The sun is just beaming down on me, and life is just feeling quite good. So I just got a quite good shot off the island with some thistles in the foreground, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm going to sound really stupid here. I don't mind sounding stupid in front of the camera, because when do I actually sound like I actually know what I'm talking about? I didn't realise that you got thistles in other countries. I honestly thought that you just got them in Scotland. I also wanted to mention to you guys, if you do plan to come out here and you do not want to take the walk, you just maybe want to go to the island, there's a free shuttle bus service that can take you over there, so you do not have to do what I'm doing. I'm doing that for the fun of it all, to get the photos I would really like, and to create lots of good content. But if you just want to go over and just see it, it is easiest to take one of those shuttle buses, and I might take one on the way back. We'll see, depends on how dark it is. Anyway, let's keep it going. It's amazing how how vast this landscape is. Literally 24 hours ago I was in Paris, one of the busiest cities in the world, and here I am now, just in the middle of the open, enjoying the luscious nature. I love that about this trip, this Interrailing trip that I'm doing right now. I love that it's not just going to be the big bustling cities. I'm also going to come out to places like this, and this is not the only time I'm leaving to go into nature on this trip, and I just can't wait to be there and to do it. I'm almost at the castle now though. I'm going to have to probably go up and take the bridge because I'm not planning to swim across, so I should probably be making my way in that direction.
I'll keep believing for you, 'cause my heart is beating for you. No matter what we'll go through.
So currently I'm walking down the bridge that leads up to Mont Saint Michel, and I wanted to give you an interesting fact. This bridge is quite new. This bridge only was built in 2014, connecting mainland France to Mont Saint Michel. And beforehand, you did actually closely have to pay attention to the tide times, because you had to make your way over there and know that you could come back without getting stranded because of the water. You'd actually have to walk across the beach, which right now is impossible. The water's up to here now. The tide is coming in, so you wouldn't be able to do this, what I'm doing right now. But now you can go anytime you want because this bridge connects you there. It kind of reminds me of Crammond Island back home. A bit more extravagant than that, but I know Crammond Island, you need to watch the tide times, pay attention, don't want to get stuck there. Well, you don't have that worry in Mont Saint Michel anymore. At first, I wasn't really too excited about coming over to the island, to the point where I was actually not too fussed if I wasn't going to make it over here. I was more interested in getting the shots from afar, getting those dream photography spots ticked off. But you know, now that I've walked the bridge, and now that I'm right outside Mont Saint Michel, I'm actually quite eager to go in and explore. I've been looking over it, I've been seeing some very French looking buildings in there, so I'm excited to just go on and have a little wander right now.
Out here where the skies are blue, I think I found a piece of you. Must have left it years ago. Now it's time to make your way back home.
I feel like I have stepped foot in Novigrad from The Witcher. This place is insane. I'm walking down one of the quaintest alleyways, so historic in every single bit that you look at. So back in the day, Mont Saint Michel was used as basically a fortress, as you probably are quite aware. It was used to be able to make sure no one could come and seize France. That's what it was there for, that people would be here to fight. And I'm sure it has had multiple invasions on here. Please fact check me on that one, but I'm pretty sure there's been many a battle here. As you can see, all the Viking relevance, there's quite a lot of Viking architecture here. So a few things I've realised since I've had my stroll around the island here is it's definitely worth it. Definitely come onto the island as well as just seeing it from an advantage point, because it's a medieval lover's dream, you know. Like, there's just so much old French architecture here mixed in with like a very ancient fortress looking vibe to it. So I definitely think it's worth your time to come onto the island. But I'm gonna just have to say now, so many gift shops, I really expect them to be pretty expensive. They're all closed right now, which has actually made it 10 times quieter because I'm here at about 8:30 and I don't think that many people come out on little tour groups and stuff at that time. I also want to mention that I've had a look at the menus because I'm getting a bit hungry. Food is really expensive. Like, here's a menu right here, and yeah, one of the main courses is €24. It's a definite tourist trap here, but definitely worth your time to come and see it. Bring a packed lunch. Alright guys, good morning, and I woke up quite bright and early because I am going to go and see Mont Saint Michel for a lovely sunrise mission. Let's go. So guys, I just want to show you how close I am to the viewpoint. So this is my hotel right here, alright? And if you just walk with me, so we're just going to cross the road here. And there it is. There's the castle right there. So it must have been raining overnight because the ground is a lot more muddier this time around. So I'm having to try to not slide around, considering I am interrailing. I don't want to have too much dirty stuff in my suitcase, but it feels like I'm the only one out for this sunrise mission. So that's quite nice. Just me and Miss Saint Michel over there. Okay, let's see how much, because of the rain, I wonder how much that meander has filled up, and that's the meander I'm really wanting to capture here today, just because that is what reminds me so much of Disney. I don't know if it is what it's based on, but you know the Disney intro where the star goes over the castle and then the camera moves over this river. I don't know if it's based on that. I know it's definitely Tangled, but whether it's that as well, then if so, Mr. Walt Disney must have loved this place. So there's still no water in the meander, but I don't think that is necessary. I think that probably only happens once or twice a year, like if it has to be the extreme tide to come in to this point, because we're quite far out from the castle at this point. So I'm not too worried it's not going to affect the dream shot that I had in mind. I would have loved it there, but I still think if I set the tripod up, put myself in as the subject, looking out towards the castle, it would still look very dreamy and fairy tale like. So I'm happy I came out for sunrise, I'm happy I'm here, and I'm going to get to this right now. And there you guys have it. That is it, Mont Saint Michel.Blog. And I can't believe I'm actually ending up here in my dream photo location. Last year I got the Dragon Temple in Thailand, complete controlled moment. And today, in 2023, I was to take off another one of my drone photography bucket list right here in France. Anyways guys, I hope to see you all there with the next video. Please like this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned to the next one. And guys, please follow me on all of my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, and I also have a website where you can check out vlogs all about this 2-month journey I'm on right now. Anyways guys, catch you for the next one. I'm so out of breath from making those reels and photos. The joys of having to set a self timer and running it into position. Okay.
You come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly away.